give me the give me the thumbs up and I will go for it. Okay? All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here with you to bring you this very special thing from the future. Although we are in the present, I can vouch for that. But it gives me great happiness to team up with the wonderful team of Metastar and bring you what they call the artist verse. And we thought that instead of just bringing you the artist verse and showing it to you, we'll also bring it to you with a little celebration and a little music. And we are lucky enough that we have some wonderful people in the room here. I am lucky that they accepted my invitation to come here and be present. We will reveal some of these very special guests as we go through this live stream. But I'll start off with amazing Shikhar Nath, who many of you know, most of you know him. And also he is here in the capacity of my friend, my younger brother, but also as a band member of Classicool, which is our band together. So this entire space is called Classicool because I felt like that is what we all stand for. We bring you something that is classy and rooted in tradition, and we try to present it to you in a way that you think is cool. And when I say you, I mean everybody who is from any age group, and therefore we call it Classicool. So without further ado, we'll get into some music. One of my tracks which Shikhar actually played on, called Waterbird, and we have on the keys we have Rutvik, who you guys can't see, but we have him here, and maybe you'll see him at some point. He'll peep in or whatever, and let's get this started. And then, you know, once you hear some music, you can already see us sitting in this very cool space, which is a cool virtual space, and then you'll see the rest of the artist verse as we go through this live stream. Okay, so here we go, Waterbird. So that was Waterbird. It was a song that I'd written a few years ago, before COVID. And so just to tell you a little bit about what this artist verse is, and you'll soon be seeing what it's all about live here. But it's a space which is a virtual space, which is my space, which I co-own with Metastar, and which the wonderful team at Metastar, you'll meet some of them. We designed this over the last, I think, a few months, where they asked me to come up with a concept, and I came up with the craziest concept because I wanted it to be futuristic. I wanted it to be an embodiment of the word classic cool. So I wanted it to have a lot of wood and glass. I remember it was an equal combination of things, which are rooty and traditional, and then cool futuristic glass floors and neon lights and sitars showcased here and there. But in a nutshell, it's a space where you can see all of my records, all of the albums that I've produced. It's a space where you can go and buy the different sitars that the different makers that I work with manufacture. You can also see some other equipment that I use in my studio. You can go and jam along with some -1 tracks there, and you can create remakes of the songs that I have worked hard to create for you. And also there are photo galleries, there are stories, there's a showcase of my foundation, which is the Purbayan Artist and Music Foundation, and you can book classes and you can learn. So it's a holistic space where you can learn, you can be entertained, you can get to know if you have specific questions about gear. We can address it through this space. If you are a new aspiring student, you can go. There are some modules which we have specially curated for you. It's like an induction course for Indian music. You can get into this space, and if you want to get into this music and get to know a little bit about it before you make a decision whether it is for you, then this course is for you. So there are various things, and Shatadru will take you through it, after some time. But it's time for me to welcome a very, very special guest, and I'm incredibly lucky to have her here. We are lucky. I'm lucky that I can just pick up the phone and say that we are doing this, and she's always game. So we've already introduced Shikhar, and it is my pleasure to call on the stage the wonderful, amazing Mahalakshmi Iyer. Yeah, you'll have to put on this, just clip this on so that people can hear you. Yep. Yes, we got all the bells and whistles in this space. Thank you, Mahaji, for coming and being. You can even hold it. Yeah, you can just hold it. Is the mic there? Oh, we've got a singing mic also. Wonderful. So this is a kind of a roundabout way of saying that you also have to sing something for us. So actually this, but she can talk into that also, right? So chalega na, to iski zarurat nahi. So this is for our next guest, I guess. So Mahaji and me, we go back a long way, and I've had the privilege and pleasure of creating some music with her, and we went on a tour where Shikhar was also present across the country. And tell us a little bit. You've been given a little demo of the artist verse by Shatadru. What do you think about this?
I think it's wonderful. I think it's the whole world. You're offering them like something sitting at home. You're able to travel, it's like literally taking a tour around the whole world, right? Sitting at your home and just a few clicks on the computer. It's wonderful, I think, and it's wonderful to see artists doing this because, of course, like I spoke to Shatadru, that this is another way of interacting with your fans, and what better than to innovate constantly. And I think I know you for the longest time now, and I've always been full of admiration that you always jump into something which enables you to reach out to your fans even more and more. I mean,
Thank you so
that's
much for that.
truly, truly inspirational for a lot of artists out there, that there is so much more, and it's not constricted. And for some people who might think, ab aur kya? What else? And there's something else to look forward to. And this is really, truly spectacular. The demo that I've got is truly mind-boggling, and I'm just waiting for it to unfold for all the wonderful people out there, the fans.
And I know that, I personally know that you also like technology.
Oh, yes.
You are, so it's even more appropriate that way that you are here. We share many common interests. We watch horror films and you know, a lot of that. And technology is one of those things, because
Yeah.
when we toured, we talked
I'm
a lot
very
about
intrigued with what, like I said, I'm very intrigued with what else, what next. What else can you offer to your artists, or even for people who love dabbling in, you know, technology like us? It's wonderful to know that there's something, and this was something new for me.
Yeah, and you
I-
said this is like the whole world, but it's interestingly, it's a virtual world.
Absolutely.
And it is a limitless world,
Yeah.
because it's made up of your imagination. So this is for the fans, you know, in case you guys have other ideas, you can throw it to the Metastar team. Like I wanted a coffee machine on the balcony. and someday it'll give you some virtual coffee. Right now you can just see the machine. But if you guys want something else on the platform, then do you have a wish list? Like, you've seen the platform, do you think there's something else that can be put in the platform?
I think it right now there's a lot.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot,
yeah,
yes,
but
indeed.
but I'm sure we could come up with something like this.
I'll tell you what is a good thing
I'd
to
like
put
a
on this.
balcony.
We have a balcony.
Oh, I
We
must
have
must
you'll
miss
see
that.
the balcony.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what we can put on this platform is a song of myself and Mahaji together.
wow.
We can put it exclusively on this platform.
That
What
would
say?
be great. Oh, that would
I
be
put
wonderful.
you on the spot, but I'll hold you to it.
Absolutely. No, it'll be my pleasure, totally.
If we can have Rutvik back on the keyboards, then we can ask Mahaji to sing something for
Yeah,
us.
this is like being put on the spot, because I didn't really come prepared for this.
But
Um,
जो भी मन में कुछ
आप-
है,
आप
मैं भी छेड़ूंगा तार. But I'm tuned to D, but I can.
D is okay.
D is good. Okay, we've done
D
this in the
minor?
past. D minor, चलेगा.
Let's see.
You've been doing major, so. हाँ.
We'll jam on something that we've done
Many times
on
in the
our-
past.
Yeah, I think.
Your song, am
Yeah.
I guessing correct?
Yeah.
You know the
This-
song, no? Ah. He's also played on it,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah.
So this is a popular song, and
Excuse me. Backing दो थोड़ा अच्छे से, क्या कर रहे हो तुम? Put a pad or something. हाँ, ये बात.
nice. धागे तोड़ लाओ चांदनी से नूर के, घूंघट ही बना लो रोशनी से नूर के, ओ धागे तोड़ लाओ चांदनी से नूर के, घूंघट ही बना लो रोशनी से नूर के, शर्मा गई तो आगोश में लो, हो सांसों से उलझी रहे मेरी सांसें, बोलना हल्के हल्के, बोलना हल्के हल्के, होठ से हल्के हल्के, बोलना हल्के, बोलना हल्के हल्के, बोलना हल्के, होठ से कितने दिनों से ये आसमां भी सोया नहीं है, इसको सुला दे। बोलना हल्के, बोलना हल्के, बोलना हल्के, बोलना हल्के, बोलना हल्के हल्के, बोलना हल्के हल्के, होठ से हल्के हल्के, बोलना हल्के। Take it away. Ah. उम्र लगी कहते हुए, दो लफ्ज थे एक बात थी, वो एक दिन 100 साल का, 100 साल
क्या बात है।
की वो रात थी। ऐसा लगे जो चुपचाप दोनों पल पल में पूरी सदियां बिता दे। बोलना हल्के हल्के, बोलना हल्के हल्के, होठ से हल्के हल्के, बोलना हल्के, बोलना हल्के हल्के, बोलना हल्के हल्के, होठ से हल्के हल्के, बोलना हल्के।
क्या बात है, क्या मजा आ गया।
Thank you.
इतने साल बाद भी
Yeah.
क्या बात है।
I think we toured with this song for so many on so many concerts.
Many concerts, and we would always do this because this is a very,
yeah,
it's a very big hit, and it's written by
beautiful
Gulzar
melody,
Saab,
Gulzar
if I'm not
Saab's, yeah.
mistaken.
and composed
uh,
by Shankar Ehsaan Loy. But this is wonderful doing this on a different platform.
Yes, in the virtual space.
Yeah, I think we'll reach far more people than that was sitting in front of us in those concerts.
Indeed.
I think this. So I wish you all the very best.
Thank you,
and I'm
Mahaji.
looking forward to being on this platform again. And it's very, very exciting. It's very exciting to know. And no better person than Purbayan ji, because his mind is always ticking. And I've always said this to even your wife Gayatri, that I don't know how he kind of compartmentalizes his head with so many things to do. And this is something really wonderful that you've come up with.
Well, you know, Gayatri, since you mentioned Gayatri, we are missing her today. She is in Dubai for a show.
Oh.
And I hope she's watching this stream, but she's also been very much part of this process. And you know, once again, big thanks goes out to the Metastar team who have toiled,
Absolutely.
their designers, their it's a whole team, because you know there's you'll meet her. There's an interior decorator at work, and then
Wow.
she sends it to the tech team, and then there are often ideas that we had which are not within the purview of the technology they have. So sometimes they even upgraded the technology to make it possible.
Wow.
So thank you, Mahaji. Thank you
you.
for your time.
Thank you so much.
And now I think I will welcome the
Thank you.
the next guest that we have, who is as much a host as a guest, who is going to talk about the artist verse and tell us more about it. We have Shatadru with us.
Hi,
Shatadru
Purbayan.
Sarkar. Welcome, Shatadru.
Thank you, thank you. Let me get this. You good?
Yeah, is it on?
It's got a blue light on.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, good. Before we begin talking, I want to thank Aditya Srinivasan, who is the hotshot engineer, artist. He's an artist. He's an artist and a maestro at being an engineer also. And then he brings his engineering to his art also. He's a fabulous. He's bringing this to you seamlessly.
And the OBS setup.
Along, which is it's very futuristic in itself. You guys, you are in the virtual space. You should have been in this room to see what it's like here.
We'll post some of the behind the scenes footage online.
It's quite something.
Yeah, it is.
So Shatudra, over to you.
Well, thank you for, it's been a privilege to build this artist house for you.
Thank you. The privilege and pleasure is all mine. Thank you for, making it possible.
The reason we started, so when Mr. Sureshan and I, when we met up right at the beginning of Metastar, we started with a very simple thought of how do we use technology to benefit us. Or even better is how do we help a lot of traditional artists embrace new technologies. There was Web3, blockchain, NFTs that were popping at that time. And what we have today has been an organic growth. What we have today is a direct-to-fan platform, a very comprehensive direct-to-fan platform where artists such as yourself, can offer anything that you'd like to offer to your fan base is available on one single destination, which is owned by you, right? So instead of bouncing your core fan base from one platform, third-party platform to the other, depending on what kind of business or what communication you want to do, we amalgamated that entire ecosystem onto one platform.
It's nice, very nicely put. You've described it in a nutshell.
That is actually what it is. It is, it is direct to fan. Today, with the industry being as it is not easy to monetize content. Most musicians are just dependent on live shows for income, right? But there's a larger brand at play, and the idea was how do we use tech to help you monetize that brand, to grow that brand, and also target and address that core fan base. It will be 1%, 2% of your larger followership, but how do we target them, bring them onto the platform, and engage with them better? And I think that's what the core fan base wants, and it's in line with if you look at what's happening globally in the music industry, it's in line with that. It is going from mass audiences to niche audiences.
Yes, indeed.
It is going from sort of passive kind of equation to a more interactive equation.
Indeed.
So, so it is.
And I would like to say here that, I was watching this video on YouTube the other day, and it was showing us what AI can do for us. You can literally describe something to it and it will make an entire film of 10 to 15 minutes. So this whole futuristic, anything that you think is possible now. And thanks to this artist verse, for fans also, it's a much easier system of engagement, because you go there, you're literally walking around in the space of the artist or the talent, whoever's artist verse you're making, and they can walk around, go to different rooms, and have access to so many things which I spoke about earlier. Right? You want to elaborate on that?
That engaging with it, but there is certain distance to that, right? This you're literally bringing them into your mind, into your creative space. This space that we created, Classical, is your vision. We kind of just,
when will users be actually able to go to the balcony and, there'll be a little coffee tap pouring coffee?
Well, the users can go to the balcony right now. The pouring coffee is still.
Well, you can't pour coffee, but you can still pour music.
Yes.
You can actually go to the lounge and click on the gharana tree that we have, and you will have stories about each layer or each level of the gharana, tracing back. It's like a family tree, tracing back all the way to Mia Tansen, which is our Senia Maihar Gharana. So, things like that, right?
Yeah, I think, what we've accomplished is everything that's important for an artist, for you as an artist, is there. What's precious is there, from your instruments, to, your music, to albums that you have, like I hold a special place in your heart, your collaborative albums, right?
Yes.
So it's all there, and especially your foundation as well.
Indeed.
It's a great space for...
And one of the amazing things about this artist verse is when you hang things on the wall, you don't have to cause any damage to the wall. And you can take them off just as easily and hang something else, right?
It's a phone call.
Yeah, you can send the request to Sagarika and she'll
Yes.
just get the
In fact, I would love my team to be up here and
Yes,
actually
can
explain.
we do that before we do the walkthrough?
Yes.
Who's doing the walkthrough? You are talking about.
I'll chat about it later.
Okay.
But Sagarika, why don't you come here and explain a bit on the design process?
One at a time, because I think when we do the walkthrough, Sagarika can be here.
Sure.
Yeah, and maybe talk about here,
you want
right
to
here, yeah,
Come, come.
right here. Yes.
They would have to tell me what.
Well, you'll do the telling. I'll do the.
I have to do the telling.
So, Sagarika Joshi,
Yes.
who is the interior decorator. What do you like to call yourself in this whole process?
I don't know, I'm just,
Interior decorator.
yeah, I actually just help Metastar get the vision of each artist to their space.
Oh, so
their
she's
whole-
in my head.
I am.
So she's the one who's in my head, trying to
am.
get the vision out of it, right?
Yeah, it's actually, I was not prepared for this, but it's been an honor working with you and your team, and it was everyone coming together, each meeting, every time we discuss there's something new, and that was challenging for us also because what the concepts that you had come up with were very different. And so cracking that and the whole, I still remember the first meeting, you were like, I want some glass, I want some wood.
Yeah, that's all I knew
Let
in the
me
first meeting.
think now what to do with it. So we also went home saying, oh, what do we do with glass and wood now? But,
Well, you're going to see what they did with glass
Yeah.
and wood. It's pretty
And-
fabulous. And the only sad thing about this whole evening is I see these wonderful Metastar T-shirts. You're wearing one, he's wearing one. That's a Metastar T-shirt. There's white and black, and
the future.
but what I am wearing and what Shikhar is wearing is also available on the Artist Verse. That's the interesting thing. And Rutvik, for that matter,
Yes.
we'll get you to show your face also for a second. But this is, we've tied up with this amazing brand called Kayati. And you will see some of the kurtas. They'll be rotating in thin air. Am I right?
They're on the wall right
Oh,
now.
right now they're on the wall.
They've
You'll see
been
the
pinned up on the wall.
sitars rotating in
The
thin air.
sitars are
Yeah,
very
yeah.
much rotating.
So this
All
is
the
a
sitars.
beautiful fabric, made from natural stuff. Like sometimes it's jute, sometimes it's linen, and they have their entire classical range of kurtas. Of not only kurtas, it's going to be shirts, hoodies, all of that. What Shikhar is wearing is by Redesign, and it's another brand, and they have this is the signature classical signature style of kurta. He's taking this home. Very
You
happy.
can.
Yeah. He
All yours.
looks really good in it.
Real home, not virtual home.
So Shikhar, while we are at it, so what do you think of this artist verse?
I think like this is the next step. We're always wondering what next.
Wait, one minute.
Am I audible?
He's audible.
I'm audible.
Okay.
He's got
I'm
a
loud one.
he's got a mic.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I saw they were showing the demo. So what you showed, it seemed really otherworldly. It seemed like the kind of stuff we see in science fiction movies. And I might be sounding a little nerdy now, but it really does.
And you're
feel
a
like
fan of science fiction.
Yeah, I mean, totally.
What?
Who isn't?
Star
It
Trek and
does
stuff.
feel like that. And for Indian classical music, I think what you have done now, this will help take it ahead even more. I think this might be the first for our music. So it really is good that it happened, and you are always innovating anyway.
And you had a question. He had a question. He said, "What if this kind of thing? If somebody saw a setup like this, somebody from a previous generation, one of the maestros from,
I did wonder about
he was
how
wondering.
they would, how your
They may
group-
have loved it,
Yeah.
because most of the maestros we know from the previous generation are very quirky people. They were very. That's why they could play music like this. So I feel they would have loved it.
This is definitely the next step. Is how I see it.
So are we ready for the grand unveil? Are we ready to have Shatadru talk us through, or do you want to talk us?
He should.
Shatadru will talk.
He must.
So thank you, Sagarika.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you
you'll be seeing more of her maybe later. Huh?
Thank you, guys.
You'll be off screen. You'll be audible.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I think I'll be off screen too.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I know.
So we're all just-
We're off screen, but people can hear us, I guess.
Oh.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
They can hear us. We should be careful about. Let's. careful about what we.
Yeah, it's
So what we've created is a space for the artist. Like Purbayan was saying, it really imbibes his brand. It was his direction, his vision. I think I also remember him saying he wants something which is Star Wars meets classical.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're trying to create. There's a video player of him, in his content. Everything in the space is interactive. So if user comes in, clicks on any of the assets over here, there's Purbayan talking about what that asset is. It could be a sitar, it could be one of his albums, it could be his Gharana tree. So there's a further explanation about asset. We have the 3D models of his sitars. These are actual 3D models. We took pictures of his sitars and we created the 3D models out of it. Again, you click on any of the assets and there's Purbayan playing the sitar, talking about the sitar, why the instrument is precious to him. Then we spoke about a balcony with a telescope and a coffee maker. Here it is. So this is Purbayan's special coffee maker.
This is my favorite part of the artist verse.
Doesn't dispense any coffee at the moment, but hopefully soon.
Maybe you can put a button where you click on it, it sounds like it's dispensing coffee.
Galaxy looks nice. Huh?
Or maybe we
In
approach
Swiggy
Starbucks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
And
idea.
plan this space.
Galaxy looks nice.
So we're walking further into this space. These are all the albums that are his collaborative albums that are very special to him. Again, you click on any of the album, there's Purbayan talking about the album. There's a story behind it, what makes it so special, who are the artists that he collaborated with. So, this entire journey is captured over here. Various albums that he's released with right musicians and collaborators. Then what we've built over here is the Unbounded Studio. This is is a karaoke space. You can come in, users can come in here and can interact with his content. These are all -1 tracks. This also includes instrumental tracks where the sitar is left out or the tabla is left out. So a tabla player or sitar player can come in here and jam on his music, and the system will actually record their performance and give them a 50-50 mix of the new track with their performance on it. So it's a great way for fans to come and engage with Purbayan's content. It's a great way for Purbayan to also engage his fan base as well. Then the next thing we've added in here is his music foundation. This is the online learning modules. Click on, these are his students and who teach as well. Click on any of the students and you can get their profile, and you can book a slot to learn from them as well. You can also, there are modules available over here. I think there are 33 video modules that is downloadable by prospective students. So this is like Purbayan was saying, an induction to classical music and induction to sitar available in this space. So venture further in. This is his merchandising area and audio video streaming area. Like Purbayan was mentioning, these are the kurtas that are available for sale at the moment. There'll be new products being added in this space soon, and his instruments as well, including his very cool, transparent electric sitar. So yeah, these are instruments that have been modified, specially made for Purbayan. These are his signature instruments, and for the first time they're available for sale for sitar players and students as well. And finally, last but definitely not the least, we have his audio streaming section where his entire catalog of music is available for streaming. All these LPs represent albums of his. Click on any one of them and you'll have to log into Spotify and it'll play the music from Spotify. So yeah, this is his world. As of now, we'll be adding a lot more to this, features to this as we grow. But yeah, this is it for now.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed that tour, that virtual tour. Thank you, Shatadru. And now we'll move on to some more music with another very, very, very special guest. And I'm very privileged to have him here. I've known him for the past few years, and he's been a part of my album Unbounded. And we've also done, in fact, the person you are going to see is a very relevant part of this, because we started a band called Live and In Sync during during the pandemic. And well, let's have him on stage first. We have Mahesh Raghavan, the Whiz Kid. Well, he's no longer a kid, but he was called the Whiz Kid. He's like a tech genius, a musical genius, and a very innovative musician. I think first of its kind. Like, you've done so many things which are a first, right?
So the iPad thing, so I always wanted to mix Indian music and technology together. So this, I never actually purchased the iPad to play music. I purchased it to play games. And then later on, what happened was, I was doing research, and when I was doing my master's in music technology, I thought, okay, let's see what can be done, and one thing led to another, and I found the app, and I started developing a technique to play music on it.
And the app is called GeoShred.
The app is called GeoShred. So it's an app. So it's got a fretboard of its own, but you can create your own tones out of it. And the way it works is, you press any of these buttons, which are music notes, and you can slide between notes. So this sliding enables me to play gamakas.
Kya baat hai?
So that's basically how it works.
So shall we play some gamakas together?
Sure.
Let's get to it. We'll play Peace of Mind, which is our one of the songs that we do with Classicool.
Of course.
So what I was talking about, me, Mahesh and Aditya, and we had Darshan Doshi, and we started this Live and In Sync band, which
It was a lot of fun.
it was a lot of fun doing that, and we could actually play from different places of the country or the world and make music together in real time.
And now we are in this lovely space.
Yep. First time here, right?
Yes, it's a
Oh.
lovely,
Yeah.
lovely studio.
Yeah, it's usually a little more organized than today.
No.
But yeah.
It's a lovely setup.
Okay, here we go. Pace of Mind. So that was peace of mind. So I'm really, thankful that you took the time out, and now you're of course based in Bombay. That's why we could have you here, and I learned so many things about tech from. I remember back in the day, we would be on a video. Remember?
Yeah, that would be a fun call to have because we were all figuring out as we were talking, okay, how to perform live, and the live and in sync days was really fun.
Lots of
course,
fun.
with Aditya.
Absolutely.
At the helm of it.
I wish he could get over here somehow, but he's wearing.
I can see him saying no.
He might vanish if he comes here. There's also that chance. But as soon as we thought of launching this, I thought of you, because when it comes to technology, when it comes to doing something, you've done something so amazing by making this your instrument of choice, and it can have different sounds. And we have a common friend who has developed this with you, Jordan Rudes.
Oh, wow,
And
that's amazing.
yeah, because this GeoShred he's somehow involved with it.
Of course. Yeah,
right?
GeoShred is basically, it was the whole layout and everything was his idea.
Yeah.
He had an app before GeoShred called GeoSyn. That's the one I was experimenting with, and now this is a whole new world to it. And so I was actually just playing around with the website. It's classicool.in.
That's right. That's
right. So it's really cool the way, because you enter and it says enter the future. Is that what the button says?
That's what the button
And then
says.
as soon as you enter, it's like a whole museum of sitar and all of the wonderful music that you created and the wonderful merch. And I look forward, to exploring it a lot more.
And I look forward to having Mahesh more on the artist verse, and we will, because he's also a fabulous music producer, and his wife Nandini, who is a fabulous violinist. We don't have her here today. I think she's on tour right now.
Yeah.
And together they have this wonderful band called Tarana with Nandini and Ragini.
So we are all looking forward to. We are traveling to Venice.
Wow,
in 3
amazing.
days,
So we hopefully through the artist verse we can germinate such collaborations
Definitely.
and create tracks for all of you. In fact, I want to throw this out, that perhaps through a platform like this, whether it's through my artist verse or maybe someday yours or somebody else's, we can create customized tracks for all of you guys. If you want a specific kind of music made, or if you want to say you are a singer or a tabla player or a guitar player or a keyboard player, and you want a specific kind of track to jam on or to create some song, we can do all that in this virtual space, and that's what this is about. Is your fan or your listener can reach you directly. It's almost the two of you meeting in that virtual space. So do check it out when in detail on your various devices. And thank you for making the time coming here. And I think we've been online for a while. So we are going to, let's read some comments. Let's say hello, and we'll end with a beautiful track of Mahesh's that we used to play. So we'll probably end this live stream with that.
We have a place too.
You'll have to read out the comments, and then we can acknowledge some of the wonderful people who have. Okay.
Everyone is loving it. No question. I think they just.
Let's have a look.
Mind blown.
Because most of the questions have been answered beautifully by Shatadru and also by. That's how we look. Wow.
This is in the main lobby of the.
This is in the. I believe this is in the foundation room.
This is in the foundation room. Yeah. Amazing.
All right, Bhairavi.
Okay.
You take the lead on this one. So, thank you, Mahesh.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Shikhar.
having me.
Thank you, Mahaji. Thank you, Rutvik. Show your face. Just show them your face.
कूद जाइए बीच में.
Just turn around. Be in front of me. That's Rutvik Rao. He's been playing the keyboards for you. Stoop down.
बेटे खाली torso दिख रहा है.
And by the way, he's wearing a signature kurta also, which is available. You can check it out right now in the Artist Verse. Thank you, Shatadru. Thank you, Sagarika. Thank you, Maulik. A big thank you to the entire Metaverse team. Sorry, I didn't get your name once again. Reggie. Huh? Reggie. Thank you very much. Thank you, Abhishek, for taking photos, wonderful photos, which we'll post all the behind the scenes soon enough. And
Make sure you check out classicool.in.
classicool.in. Have a good evening, everybody, or a good morning, depending on where you are.